Hey there, everybody. Welcome to my final match of Season 44 of the Dominion League. Here against Sicomatic. I haven't looked at the standings in some time just because they're somewhat depressing. But it is possible for me to not demote with a big win over Sicomatic and some combination of some other outcomes. So there's still a chance for staying in A this season. This is an interesting board for sure. Thinking either in Chapel Potion or Chapel Monastery. There's not a lot of... You can obviously build very large here, though there's not a lot of alt VP, and there's not really any alt VP. To speak of. I mean, we'll end up with a few bass points probably just due to... So the Goat Herd Open is sort of I'm gonna try and, I guess, get a hope to draw it after the chapel, otherwise it's kind of sad. Probably be quite some Sacred Grove plays as payload, some amount of count. City Quarter Watchtower draw. Primarily City Quarter. And you can do some spirit stuff. I just don't know if it'll be like worth it. I mean, if you open with it, you can get some right off the bat, but this is of course the worst draw. Well, I mean, trashing this state, probably not the worst draw. That's probably not accurate. Now, if Sicko finds Goat Herd, that would be pretty sad. Oh, he opens double Goat Herd. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Maybe that'll work out really well for him. I mean, obviously, if you draw one at the top, I think the problem with this shuffle or with this opening is like, well, I guess you do double, it's not so bad, but it seems like it could be pretty rough if the sequence doesn't work out in his favor like it did here. But maybe that's always going to be true, so I'm going to... I don't even know what to do with this for, because it's not like a... Monastery is that exciting? It's okay-ish? No. This one's so bad. I can't even really... I didn't really trash well enough to take the imp yet. I really do need another chapel. Trash. Not the imp, the wisp. we're still fine just because it's not like he has some super great stuff over me at all. But it's just a little bit on the sad side as far as draws. Now, this could either be quite nice or, again, kind of sad. This particular hand coming up. I wonder if we go ahead and take the city quarters, or if we wait a turn. I guess the points are probably reasonable to wait on. Okay, so it wasn't the super sad version, though it was certainly a more sad version. The super sad version was Watchtower No University, I guess. This is quite good. We're gaining more payload than we'll actually have villages to use for a little bit, which is hopefully makes the monastery reasonable. I guess I'm still probably quite a bit. This is unfortunate that he did double, that he had both things there. But what can you do? I don't even know if this does anything for me. I don't think it does. This is so depressing. The those boons. So Sicko definitely got the lion's share of the good boons for that sequence. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. This is rough. This is quite rough, actually. We didn't even, we bottom deck potion and chapel. I mean, maybe we'll find one of them. Maybe think positively. Maybe we'll find both of them. Nope. This is pretty bad. I'm not sure if this helps me much. Yeah, this is all really awful. I thought this was. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I'm not awake. I mean, at least I'm providing some classic moments. Oh my gosh. I deserve to be in, like, I just deserve to be just removed from the league. What is my problem? I don't think I've ever, well, okay. I mean, probably at some point I've done something similarly incredible. But I don't remember one quite like this. I mean, the only similarity is the color. So, like, what? He probably just piles the sacred groves now. The only similarity is the color. It's not like, well, I don't know the art. I don't even know what the art looks like for the other one. Can never remember what art looks like. But why? He's done 4 boons, and I literally can only have received benefit from one of them so far. But why did I think? What's also funny, beyond just me being an idiot, that it took turn. I bought it on like turn 4 or something. It took till turn 9 before I even realized it because I didn't have a chance to play it in the way that I thought I could for the previous for the previous cards, which is kind of incredible in and of itself. Well, I mean, I guess I'll receive it. It doesn't matter too terribly much. I assume he's gonna empty the groves. I don't know if there's a way for me to finagle something nice here or not. Obviously, you can have counts, which can do some unique, but I feel like I'm gonna just be behind on my ability to do province stuff, and have the flexibility of the game. Well, we're not really headed towards a 3 pile, are we? If we are, it'll be kind of a weird one. But anyway, I'm definitely buy limited. He doesn't have to get the last. He can he can Sacred Grove double City Quarter, which is probably pretty good. And then I don't get any more, and he'll still have the actions to play everything. He's just gonna start on the provinces, okay. I find that move not super compelling, in all honesty. But, so be it. I don't have enough actions to play all this stuff because I didn't buy a potion last time. I also don't have. What am I doing? Now if this thing were an exorcist, then we'd have something, right? I don't know. It tricked me if it was because there was a will-o-wisp down here, but there aren't the other 2. Maybe the other 2 are not here. So what did I think? What did I think exactly was occurring? Oh, I should have gone ahead and drawn the Exorcist so that I could trash it, but I'm gonna insist it's an Exorcist until the day I die. Apparently. This is all pretty rough. If I had a watchtower, I would do it. But I don't. So I can't really. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to draw if I do that. Otherwise, I would. Well, I would have to have watchtower plus one of the villages, but you know what I mean. I don't know why I played Grove over Count. I guess it's not totally clear whether I benefited them more myself, but I don't know. The only thing that's nice is that I do have the bass points. um, can we chalk the monastery exorcist thing up to daylight savings time change? Is that going to get me out of it? Is that sufficient? I mean, let's just say that it is. I don't know if that's true, but let's say that it is sufficient. That sounds like a cool idea to me. Oh, it's Forest Gift again. We've reshuffled the bins and Sicomatic is back to his old tricks. Takes the city corner. Okay. I mean, this is a bit weird, but it's probably manageable. Alright, I got my thing now. I probably will take another count, though it's not super clear. I mean, at some point we're getting kind of close to 3-pile issues. Not for them, because, you know, I don't have to necessarily worry about it, but... should I get... should I get another action card? Okay. I could double. That time the field skiff was very, very nice for me. What am I at? 13, down to 9, 11. But I need to university, or I need to buy university probably. I guess I don't have to. Feels like I ought to. This is a bit weird, right? Do you really want to be holding like 2 watchtowers at this point? I mean, I could... I mean, I can get to double plus... well, not now, I can't. I can get to double plus, university. It's just a little scary. I can also get to something else. Uh. You know, this seems okay. As long as he can't pile out and win, which is probably not that easy. Maybe you can empty the watchtowers in the... Oh my, he dudded. what a great game. Still not out of the woods by any stretch. He lowered the watchtowers? I have 4 universities. We do. Huh. Oh boy. Did he trash anything? He didn't trash anything. Okay. I guess I should technically have played the Sacred Grove first there. Did he trash anything? Good hard draws a card. No, he didn't trash anything. Okay, so I may have opened up pile out for Sicomatic. Unfortunately. I think it was not unreasonable for me to try for it with my hand. But obviously it did not work out. Wait, actually, have I gained anything else? I'm just gonna take the points. That was unfortunate though. I thought that dud might have been enough to let me get a win there. But it wasn't. He didn't gain with the university, so that's promising. He could still 3-pile, but still possible. You have to see the get to workshop gain potion. You have to see that chain to emptying the universities, but certainly it's not a impossible chain to see. Now, whether you have all the actions and gains and draw and whatever at this stage is maybe not the easiest thing, but also not impossible at all. You haven't played your Wisp yet, so you can get the potion. Like, so for instance, assuming you have like total overdraw with your other city quarter, if it's in hand, university for the workshop, draw it, play it for the potion, play the thing. Now, whether you have enough actions in to get the buys and score, I'm not sure, but you probably do. Maybe for Sicomatic, just a tie might be acceptable at this point. I don't know. But I would not be surprised if there's a win in hand. I'm not sure on the action count exactly. You need 2 buys. You can gain, I guess you maybe gain short now. Maybe not. What is this? He can still play 3 universities and 1 city quarter. So he can play 7 terminals. One would have to be a workshop. The other 6 could be. So you'd end with. You'd end with, yeah. You can also just play some groves and see what you get. You could end with. Maybe his draws just stopped. Kind of as suggested that it is. I assume you would go ahead and play some of your stuff otherwise. I mean, maybe he's just getting down to do the university and then watchtower, though that is going to limit your terminals a bit too. So I'm not sure if at this point it's possible if you have to do it that way. Okay, just getting counts. That's definitely not a path to piling out. I had drawn most of my green and crap on the previous hand. So I think we can go forward here. Is he gonna be able to like double? Or university. If he doubles, I may be able to triple. Here the grows are doing some work for me. Are the bottom 3 cards city quarters? I'm gonna draw 4 cards off my. Are the bottom 3 cards actually city quarters? Did I play one in the shuffle? Do I have 3 city quarters? I played 1. Okay. So 2 of the 3. Right, because I top decked it. 2 of the 3 are city quarters. And they can be played 1 for 5 and 1 for however many more actions we draw. But we should try to get to one of them, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna be down to 1, 2. Well, it depends on what the Sacred Grove does exactly, but. We probably want the uni. The watchtower can draw 5. We probably want to toss a couple of these. The last card, the monastery. I think it's 2 city quarters monastery, which is a little bit unfortunate, but so I also am gonna have to decide real soon. Do I need that? It'd be pretty funny if I did need it. I don't think I do. Though maybe I do. It was like, here, I'll take it just in case. I don't think it'll matter on the draw. Or it seems likely to be marginal on whether the draw affects the draw. Has he trashed anything? That's also maybe important. I didn't probably pick the absolute best stuff to top deck in case of C's gift. Like, I could have put a university on top right. So I did blunder that. What order did I put in them? I can draw the university. Yeah, that was a bit stupid on my part. Why's the city corner? Okay. No trash so far as I can see. Seaway's a goater. That's fun. That's pretty fun. Okay, so can we pile out? Oh, I get rivers too. Wow, I should have kept another payload card. I don't need that much money. I have to draw the potions. Or empty the city quarters. I think that only takes $16. Maybe that's the line. That's tough. So which are the lines? You have to play. You have to hit 16 while doing a couple duchies, and the other line is like a lot less money. But you do have to find the potions. The other line is only $7, 7 and 2 potion. Yeah, I wish I had more of the. I wish I had done my discards differently. I didn't exactly understand River's Gift, and I just misplayed thinking about Sea's Gift. But anyway. Just for the fun of it. I don't know if this even helps me because of the. I don't know if the card I draw is going to be an action or not. It may be less draw to not keep actions in hand. To be honest. I do need 3 buys, so we gotta play at least one more Sacred Grove. 7, 8, 9. Actually, I don't know that I want. Do I need that money? I need 4 buys, then I can buy a province. And a count. How many actions? It's probably fine. Okay, this is it in hand now. It was probably also possible to empty the duchies. In the watchtowers. Anyway, 4 buys, 2 potion, $9. Oh my gosh. His dud, he had like a dud and then like a semi-dud. Saved me. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if he had that line available at some point in his turn and just didn't see it. I kind of doubt it. I think he didn't find one of the city corners. Oh my gosh. I bought a monastery and I didn't know until turn 9 that it wasn't an exorcist. Just what the heck. That thing I went for also could have failed if I didn't find the 3rd city quarter. Because there was a lot of draw left that I wouldn't. I mean, I still could see a few more cards and I could have done a little bit with a watchtower and stuff. Just unbelievable how stupid I am. Okay, this is weird. Oh, 5-2 is good. I guess I can do a pseudo 5-2. I probably should. I don't know what you're doing here. I mean, colonies loom pretty large. It's a little hard to draw cards. If there weren't colonies, you could at least sort of think about just trying to play a lot of monuments. I mean, you could still try to play a lot of monuments, but you're going to have to be able to hold colonies in your deck at some point. That's just my lackeys missed, but I don't know. It's okay. I'll survive. I am going to get a 2nd upgrade. I think I prefer that over the... Okay, they're just doing it that way. You saw both the lackeys, so that's nice. I mean, you can do like a Curse Village Torturer thing where the Curse Villages are just necros mostly. Or sometimes anyway. And then draw, you know, whatever things. Maybe even go third upgrade here. There's a path to good cards no matter what. Like, the way the prices work here, we've got reasonable ways to get to everything. They take another spices. The sinister plot is definitely has something to it. I am starting to feel like it should have been a second. This is hard. Like, I mean, you can just play pretty money-ish, I guess. I guess you'd be a little scared of torture in that case. They get diluted. Diluted's not so terrible here. I mean, particularly depending on what you draw. Oh, they popped there. Okay, makes sense. We have another lackeys down here, so we're gonna think about our buy. Or what we want to use a villager. What they buy a bank. That makes sense. Okay, that's not so bad. Hopefully they don't have the cursed village. That would be very good for them here. Probably they just take another spices, so they may go for bank. Okay, that's pretty sad. All things considered. How many coppers do we still have? We should have got a third. We should have got a third upgrade. There's way too many coppers still. I don't know if at this point it's worth it, but there are some nice hexes here, actually. If I my hand size, unless I use a lot of coffers, my hand size isn't going to be big enough for it. I think Haunting cares about hand size. I don't actually remember. That's a lot of money. I wouldn't be, shocked if it works to just start graining, That wouldn't. That wouldn't surprise me. And they don't have any coffers right now. They do have the plot adding up, though. You could double colony lackeys and be like, well, my deck's good enough. I'm going to be able to colony, semi-consistently when I find a bank for sure. And then maybe I do a plot turn later on and I get another double. Like, that's just going to be so many points. There's not really a deck you can build here. There's not really a deck I can build here that can hold green. And catch up, right? So there's a lot of alt VP here, but on their $5 hands they can buy spices, on their less than $5 hands they can buy lackeys, and so on, and probably get to the colonies, and they just have enough of a tempo lead on me here. That I kind of expect them to be able to run through these fairly well. It's like here, this is gonna be probably another double. Yeah, like that's and I don't know, even if I follow on the banks quicker, I don't know that I'm competing with these particular draws without having the plot and stuff, so I'm not sure that I was ever going to be competitive against this. I'm surprised at that. I would have expected there you just take the 2 colonies and be like, see how long it takes you to score 40 points, Mick. And the answer is just a long, long time. So I'm not sure. Not fully sure of that. They get a torture. Seems reasonable. At least I didn't draw one of the cursed thingies. One of those cursed thingies. That's the technical term. I do have 2 villages and no. This is all my draw. Now I'm miserable. Tell me something I don't know. Dominion client. Am I right? This order is a bit... I do find the willingness to buy double colony, then the 3rd colony, and then you're buying an action card. I find that sequence a bit odd. More than a bit odd, I find it extremely odd, because they had buys, they could have done other things. They overpaid, so they could get one of those coffers back. Which is what's occurring. Maybe they're just not even going to spend it. But I still find these sequence of buys a little bit odd. I think Sicomatic will 100% win this game. But I do find them a little strange. What did I buy? Nothing I do makes any sense. I'm not even gonna get to my torture. Hey, I did. I lied. Hey, I bought a deck and upgrade. That was actually pretty good. Like, obviously here, me buying colonies is just completely losing proposition. Unfortunately, the torturers are not, it's not a super great attack, though he only has one curse village, so it's okay. It's an okay-ish attack. It's just not great in turns where he has stuff. Guess is the technical way of putting it. But I do have to try and lock him out because I can't buy colonies. I mean, I could have tried to buy like triple province and then hope they full dud and then triple colony, but that still loses. So, it seems not super great. This is not good. Okay, yeah, and if they, I mean, they have a pretty big deck, not a huge deck, but a pretty big deck, and they lead with Curse Village. Torture is kind of depressing. They're gonna double again, I assume. I mean, there's some chance they didn't quite get to the second bank or something. But yeah. And now it's just like, how many turns till they draw their... Yeah. Eventually they draw a hand with the Curse Village, right? So I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction of buying 8 colonies. Gotta take the small victories. Okay. That was game 2. Fortunately, much quicker than game 1. So you're not gonna be playing for 4 hours, hopefully. So we got a lot of orange cards on this board. Modern orange. Jeez. No, just nothing. Just nothing. A lot of orange and just nothing worth playing. Just literally nothing worth playing. If I do, it'd be okay. You just, I guess, trash down, have some dens, and buy provinces. I don't know. I don't know if you get caravan guards. They may have a giant at some point, but I don't think a guardian is worth it here. It's not like crazy to get caravan guards, but I'm not even totally sure that that remake is better versus like other stuff. Here I wonder if it's worth top decking the remake, or if you top deck silver, try to buy Den and try to have a bigger remake that way. This is a fine shuffle. The hard thing is when you, if you had just hit like remake with a bunch of silvers or something. So he actually went for that. He went for that approach. Which seems fine to try and do. If we draw silver, we can buy another den, otherwise. Wait, no, we just can no matter what. Then it's like, oh, you buy gold, woohoo. I'm not like I'm overly convinced of the value of Caravan Guard over silver. Though they're probably not like super far apart in any case. But if you're not going to have and maybe he's planning on getting a giant, I don't know. I mean, you play your remake a little faster. This is gonna, well, this doesn't matter. This is gonna overdraw. Just like here, this is like sad money. And it's just because you don't have silvers. Hey, I'm the tax man. All right. I don't know if you actually play the tax man ever. I feel like we're getting maybe too thin. I mean, I guess silver to gold is a pretty good hit, except that they just maybe we should have just enhanced the remake. I mean, whatever. It's like they can play the text man, but here it doesn't do anything. I just draw it up. I really hate those caravan guards. what I'm going to end up with is that stupid amount of money where like one of your silvers is basically a copper. Enhance is exactly 2, right? Up to 2. Okay. Well, that's something. A Dechi for 3 if you ever remake at the end is maybe something. Yeah, like the giant is just not. I don't know if there's a good way. All I have to do is play the Guardian on turns. I mean, I guess he can wait. So in that sense, in that case, I can react. This is very odd. Okay, it doesn't matter. The giant was a bait. I was baited. He got me. I've been duped. Classic duped. I still draw deck here. I don't know if he'll get through. I guess he can just, he's second player, and since he green first, he can just kind of go for it at the end. Unfortunately. Did I have 8 on the turn No, I didn't have my gold yet. I'm not exactly sure where this went. Not great for me. What is he doing now? Does he have 2 golds? He does have 2 golds. So is he planning to enhance twice? Oh, he just has the money still. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I mean, I'm gonna lose. Cause well, he could stop now, right? He's not gonna draw through all these cards, but he only needs you know, $3, and then he only played 1 den. I don't know what's gonna happen. It doesn't seem great, but because like he just has to hit province at some point, and then he can take it because of the first player stuff. So I think my odds are pretty much garbage. He kind of did an angle to do some duchy stuff, but he didn't need that. So I would have kept... I don't like this play particularly here. I would have just kept those things. I certainly would have just played the caravan guard. Because you can just play the caravan guard, take the province. I can't take province. And then you just have to line up $3 with your golds to get 1 more province, and you're fine. I don't think you need this. I mean, maybe it's still okay. It's not unreasonable, but it seems unnecessary given the lead in the greening. I don't have any 4s, so I don't have any tricks. And you should obviously enhance gold in a province there. Like, you just win. You can star chart a gold on top, and then you'll have $3 because you have your silvers. You played a caravan guard. Yeah, this is not correct. He'll still win, but it's just not right at all to play this way. I don't know what he thinks I can do, or if he just forgot enhance, which seems the most likely thing to me. But you could have obviously provinced there. Having the second gold is really good. So this was, I think, pretty... I don't think it's going to be game losing. I think my position is just so crappy. But it's still very strange. Like, now I assume he's enhancing. But now you don't have to enhance, right? You've got another... Are the silvers all gone? Maybe all of the silvers are gone, and I'm confused, but I have 3. Right? I believe I have 3 silvers, and so he had 3, and now he only has 1, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know where the other one came from. I don't know. But it was safer. It was just safe for him to take province, regardless. This is very weird. Like I can't score points. I can only do a single green card. This was, yeah, now he's doing it, but it was already safe before. So now he just top decks a gold, and it's just easy. Like the situation was already such that I wasn't gonna be able to compete. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm sure there's like a specific, because my shuffles were fine. So I'm sure there's like a specific point. Probably the Guardian, but there's probably a point you can look at and say this is where if you had done this instead, you would have been okay. Because I don't think there was anything in my shuffles that was so bad that I shouldn't be able to get into at least a tying kind of position as first player. And obviously at the end, there's some shuffles about dens and stuff that can get out of your control, but at least be in a position where you're favored. And I was obviously not favored when we started greening, so I definitely screw the pooch in some fashion. I mean, I'm thinking of doing basically two different things, but they're more or less equivalent, so. I mean, I can go for not buying Dudgy. I hate it when people do this stuff. I mean, I don't hate it. It's not a big deal, but I just don't love it. I mean, okay, sometimes it's I'll be honest, it's just an emotional reaction. It's not like I'm consistent. Sometimes I don't care, and sometimes it's annoying. But Sicomatic, obviously, just super nice guy and meant no harm by it. One of the best Dominion people for sure. All right, I'll. Didn't he? All right. Let's go on to game 4. There's no trashing. So hitting crop rotation is a big deal. Is it a big enough deal to do death card? That'd be kind of funny. There's a lot of draw and payload here. Well, anyway, there's tons of draw. An outpost obviously is a big deal. Well, I mean, you're gonna be real sensitive to your opening hands here, and you're not gonna be able to totally get the consistency down. So this is definitely a board that can lead to some frustration because you're not gonna, without the trashing, there's some things you can do consistency tricks as far as triggering green cards on top of your crop rotation or actions or whatever. But it's still gonna be, you know how it can be. Secret Cave is not unreasonable for trying to hit like 6. seems pretty good for that if you draw it. I had well, okay. I was gonna say I had quite a good shuffle, and truthfully, I did. There's some world where I activate and buy crop rotation on this turn. That would be pretty wild if I had found the warehouse, but now this is relatively depressing. We are gonna have 5 here. It's an okay turn. It would have been nice to, well, you know, he's probably activating pretty soon. He didn't activate. I don't know if you do mining village, like go rabble mining village or storyteller herald. We're definitely coming up on the deck compositions where you just expect people to be able to activate very quickly. I certainly have all the pieces where I should be able to activate. Or you wouldn't be at all surprised if I activated this shuffle. Now I'm jinxing myself, of course, but I'm prepared to do that. I can live with that. Yeah. I can monkey just for the fun of it. I don't think 4-3 is worth the $3 next hand, though there is. I don't think it is. I'm just monkeying for the fun of it. I could have not revealed that I had. Okay, we do have the estate, so we have a warehouse in the bottom. We should be able to activate this turn. Warehouse, magic lamper in the bottom, and herald. So we can play multiple coppers to storyteller, and it's not gonna really impact the activation too much. Or shouldn't. We could play it safer. I'm not sure if it's safer or not. I'd have to think about it pretty hard before, and even if I thought about it, I don't think it would be clear which way does it better. Now I may get super lucky and get, in fact, I do have that as an option here. Now, I probably won't draw them, so it probably doesn't matter. But we can try. I may draw them because we've got the rabble. Good rabble hit for me. Okay. Well, 3 wishes on top. That's still good. No estates. That's not good, but I don't know here. I mean, you just get more draw this turn, and then you use your wishes. Well, the thing is, I'm going to have to use at least 1 or 2 of the wishes for draw. That's the problem. So I got to think about draw versus payload on this haggler buy, because I do have the wishes on top, so I'm not going to be able to wait to the end of my turn, see what kind of payload is best, and then do the wishes. I'm going to have to play wishes, probably do a village rabble pair, and then the last one may be able to do some payload, like most likely an outpost if is looking. I guess I could do one of them as a storyteller. I got the secret cave down. That'll give me a little more flexibility. For sure. So that's something. Yeah, that's something. He's still not able to activate, so if this turn for me is good and there's not really a reason why it shouldn't be pretty good. We can get a little bit going here. All right, it does look like we're probably we can try and save an action. Like storytellers are still pretty good. The problem is we're gonna get to the end here. We're probably gonna overdraw, which I don't love. This wish has got to be an outpost, like, for sure. I don't know how much money we're gonna end up with. Let's see what's left. There's warehouse rabble, another mining village. Four. Herald. So there's at least 6-ish in the warehouse, probably. I mean, technically, if there's stuff on top, we don't have to get through any of it. Because we need to find the mining. Oh, and there was another storyteller too. Right now there's a warehouse on top. Which is, it's not real great on an outpost turn, to be honest. It probably is better to just not have it on there. That seems odd, but it doesn't really help me kick off because I don't have, unless I get an estate on top. It doesn't feel super good. To me. Okay. Well, that was okay. We really want a mining village. It would be good to have another secret cave, to be honest. Maybe we could go mining village cave. I obviously, with my gains, I a little bit over anticipated how much payload I could play here. Oh. So it's like either storyteller, mining village, or mining village secret cave. This is, well, you know what? I'll take a secret cave. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. We should try to set stuff up for the outpost turns at least. Whether that's a green card or like a mining village rabble pair, that's a little harder. Getting one green card on top is not that hard if you've drawn deck. I need some. Well, I don't know how much of the gold stuff I want to do. I do a lot of storytellers, but I'm kind of just using them as copper sellers. Which is like the weakest thing you can do with storyteller. But I mean, if I get enough haggler density, then that can be a source of draw as well. Okay, so he's gonna probably get, well, he's drawing at least one of them, so unfortunately he's getting to gain and play them here, so he's gonna be able to do an outpost. Well, okay, if he didn't get two of them, well, he can only, so you do one to a mining village, right, and draw the next one if you don't already have a couple in hand. And you then you have actions to do like haggler and outpost, which is, that's unfortunate. This basically, if his outpost turn is good, gets him back to a position where he's totally competitive with me. Gotta remember, I don't know if it'll come up, but we gotta at least bear in mind death card as a pile out option. Don't want to get surprised by that. Man, it would have been so much nicer. This is completely useless line of thinking. Would have been so much nicer if I'd drawn into a single haggler on my outpost turn and could have gone mining village secret cave rather than just secret cave. That would have been like, just like way better. But it's okay. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what he has as far as money or anything. It's also nice here if he can discard to the secret cave just to have for the outpost turns, just to have the chance of drawing a storyteller is quite nice. He may even be able to top deck a green card. This will be an outpost. Yeah. I don't know what you do with that wish. I'm not even sure you... I mean, if you need the money, I guess you get the gold. I guess he needed the money. Otherwise, you would rather just not play the wish. Actually, that was... No, I didn't draw them. That was my problem. Never mind. But yeah, so he needed the money because you want to get to 6, but there was definitely... Like, if you didn't, you probably don't want the gold. Well, the gold's still quite good here, so... He didn't have green. He's not automatically playing anything, so he didn't go... This is fine. I mean, this is... I mean, it's still nice to be able to buy a haggler here, which I believe is what Sicko should buy, like, easy. I think it's clear haggler, but... That's just my opinion. Maybe he didn't have the mining villages to support it, and maybe I'm dead wrong. That's always a possibility. Sure. I'm gonna end up cantripping a lot of these storytellers. Nice to get a herald hit though, for sure. I think we can like play some of this stuff and then just see. The rabbles aren't super good here. Of course. We may just not play a rabble. Or we can... Actually, trying to top deck a rabble isn't the greatest. Okay. I'm having money issues here, aren't I? Yeah, I'm having money issues. Well, a part of it was just that I bottom decked the rabble. This isn't super exciting as far as these kinds of turns can go. I don't know if there's a... We're still not... There's the rabble. The rabble still good draw, though. The whatever aspect of it is not so great. Well, we could get the rest of the mining villages here. Maybe I'll do that. I know there's a storyteller down in here. Well, we need to get to the other haggler. So right now there's Anna staying there. I don't know that we're going to have enough money to make plus buy worth it. What we could is just whether we want to... Secret Cave, or whether we want to try and stack with Secret Cave, I should say. 10 would be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to have 3 actions that we... This isn't as much consistency as it is power. And also the piles are getting kind of terrifyingly low. I don't know that there's an immediate risk. I guess the way the rabble works, it's not actually that much of a benefit to them. I don't know that Sicko can pile. It would be on like storytellers and secret caves. But I don't know that that's possible with one haggler at this point. Maybe if he blew up some mining villages. I don't know if he did that because he wants to win now, or if he did that because he was worried about drawing. So the outpost turn can be a problem, I think. But maybe this is gonna win for him. I don't know if I could have won. Probably not. I mean, I may have lowered too far. Hopefully it just doesn't have the actions. I wonder if playing the Haggler right at the start for buy. That seems a little odd to me. But maybe it's what he needed. Maybe the plan is just to do death cards in secret. Oh, that's harder than Storyteller is. In some sense, Storyteller death cards is roughly the same as Storyteller secret caves, though maybe a little. It could be easier in some ways. Depending on if you need the cash. But he has 3 coppers of gold, like $6, plus unplayed actions. Of course, what he has going for him is he doesn't have to score. Yeah. Two of those are, well, estate and farmland or whatever. 2 of them are green. He may be able to do it with blowing up mining villages, though he probably needs a herald hit. At least. But you can probably try Haggler Secret Cave here and go for the Storyteller pile out. Because I think you'll get there if you vote 3. Well, you may not get the money. It's hard to say. It'll be kind of close. Be a little bit close. You do have the... yeah, you probably get there. If you draw. You can probably go Haggler. I guess you go Herald, actually. You shouldn't get the Secret Cave. You should get a Herald with your Haggler. Because if you make it, then you already have enough to do the Secret Caves. Okay, he done it. Yeah, you should get a Herald, not a Secret Cave there. Let's pretend that this Secret Cave could have been a Herald. But yeah, that's the wrong... that's like clearly the wrong gang, because if you're going for the pile out, you don't need the... you get 2 Hagglers, you do 3, you get 6 gains out of it anyway. You don't have to do that. Lower the Secret Caves. My goal should probably be just like to win on this turn, or alternatively, like if I can double province and empty the Storytellers and all but one of the Secret Caves, as long as I've made a Secret Cave discard, that also will work. So that's probably what I should go for, which is just, and maybe I'll get enough to just win outright, but that doesn't take too much, just $16 and 2 buys. And 1 Secret Cave discard and the 3 Hagglers, but it should be doable. Well, okay. What did he rabble away? A village and a herald. I may need those. We probably can't do this yet. I will probably actually scream if we so now we're running into an issue of the Storyteller's gonna be losing too much money. Right, that's the new fear. Okay, so this is pretty close to in hand. I guess we technically don't need 16 either. 14 would work if we have a $3 card in hand, which we don't. Well, we don't. We only need $13. So it is in hand. I think. Maybe we need another hit, but... Okay, now it's in hand. Let's just blow it up. There was some others. I mean, it was already basically in hand based on the remainder of the deck. Anyway, I do think he could have gone there if he'd drawn. I don't think he gained the right thing off Hagler to give himself the best chance of doing so. All right, game 5. This is like, again, not a lot to do here, which didn't work out so well for me the last time we had that kind of board. It's really pretty rough out here. Like it's tough. You can get in vampires, but then you don't really have stuff to gain with them. You can gain idols. It's really going to end up being pretty moneyish, though you're going to have a mix of actions. I could believe that you do like a supply silver or silver here, but I'm going to go silver cup first. I do get... I'll probably go ahead and take the goons. It's not totally clear you do it over vampire, but it seems pretty good to me. You could try and do talisman to help your peddlers, but I don't really think that seems that good. In my opinion. It's still hard to get peddlers. You kind of almost have to spend $6 on your first one. That's fine. I was not going to buy 2 stonemasons anyway. I was a little sad to not hit 5 here, but that's just the game. Yeah, I guess you eventually just spend $6 to buy a peddler. I mean, you don't have to. You could buy a gold, but... I didn't actually see... Oh, Way of the Camel. I actually didn't even see Way of the Camel, but... we didn't get... I'm not sure if the peddler I got was better than buying a goons. I'm not even sure if silver is worth getting. I mean, I sort of got a bunch of silver just a second ago in the idols. I guess I don't really expect us to do much better than... I won't take the silver. It's not clear to me, but this was unfortunate. Bottom decking of the goons. I don't know if we trigger this shuffle or not. Pretty tough. This was a pretty bad shuffle. Or this hand, I mean that. Okay. We can just do it like this. He is probably going to get thin, which may end up being a problem. Probably just take another goons. I probably should have got second goons or gold when I did. He may get it. Does go for the peddler. He's in a little better position to do that kind of stuff than me. He's gotten trashed. So this is unfortunate. Though they didn't play any. They're probably playing a vampire or a bat, but if we can empty the peddlers and have like a reasonable points lead going into probably the curses being given out, we may be in okay shape. I don't know, the idols may run. Any of curse, idol, and peddler may potentially run. That was okay, so it was fine. It was pretty good in the end. Oh, wait. I'm gonna trash more. I'm not sure that that's correct. But it's what I'm gonna do. I didn't get to goons this hand, which is not great for me. They're probably trashing here. Well, when did they get the... Yeah, they're probably trashing. My goons bottom decks again, which is unfortunate. I'll probably seize gift it, in all honesty. That seems like a fairly likely outcome. River's very nice because I'm not attacking. I don't know. They triggered the shuffle. Obviously, they wanted something. I don't know what they didn't have, whether it was goons or bat or whatever. And I don't know if they got it or not because I don't know. I wasn't paying enough attention to say what this was not in the shuffle or this was in the shuffle. Good, good turn though. Because they've evened up the points here, and when you know, you know. What can I tell you? Someone should make a compilation of my called bad shots. This is gonna be rough now. It was already kind of in a place to be rough, but it's gonna definitely be rough now. And I'm not gonna get any more curses into the shuffles, unfortunately. Because he's gonna trigger, and this, and he may shuffle one more time, but I don't know if this is even correct. This is probably, well, I'll be able to afford a peddler, but I don't know if you double peddler or you just take a province. Probably he can double peddler. Pardon me. I'm almost at the point of buying coppers. I mean, the idols aren't gonna, nothing's gonna actually run before I shuffle, but he just provinces. That seems pretty good. Maybe he was considering a enclave, but I don't know how I'm gonna make the points up. Unfortunately, they appear to be having their goons not pair up, and so I'm getting under constant goons attack. Okay, it didn't happen this turn, but they also paired idols pretty well, even though I think that's all of them they have. I think I have 5, but I could be wrong about how many. I won't make my miserable joke again. That would be too much. Even I know that. I don't know what's going on here. I didn't feel like, obviously I didn't get trashed as well, and that's the main problem. But I didn't actually feel like my deck was that much worse than his, that my turns feel, they just feel really bad. And I wasn't, I didn't have the sense that mine were like that much a million times worse than his, but they certainly appear to be working out that way. But I guess next time I won't buy goons on my first 6 Silver Vampire. The second shuffle, the second reshuffle where I didn't hit 5 was, that one was an issue, given on the number of silver equivalents I had. Now, of course, he attacked me, so that, you know, came in, but what am I even doing? There's like no path to victory here. So that was pretty unfortunate, but and probably Peddler over Goons was pretty awful. I guess you can. I want a Duchess. I guess you can run Duchies now. I mean, they can probably run Duchies or Curses. There's like some world where I get to 8 this turn or another turn. I still am like sort of baffled by the. I'll have to look at, maybe they have way more idols than I think. They did just add one before shuffle, so. But to me, it super feels, hey, I got Forced Gift. What a gift. Now, of course, the decks are huge. The Goons are just going to be wherever for both players. Oh, that's rough. That's really nice, though. I don't know if they have the win already, probably, but it's a nice play anyway. All right, one more. I will be seeing y'all in B, though. I think at this point, I didn't look at the math, but I didn't look today. I looked a while ago before some other people had played matches, but I think at this point it's I'm guaranteed to demote. I also think maybe Sicko is also already guaranteed. The way we've split the games here, I think we're basically just he was maybe already, well, I don't know, he had a real good match recently, so I didn't look then. Sicomatic may not be, but I know he was quite low before. This is just a mess. And by a mess, I mean you all know what it is. You already know. I don't know what order you're supposed to buy this different things. I assume you just start with Grooms and just say, hey, I'm gonna be a Grooms person. But maybe you do a Cavalry, I don't know. Can you do a Cellar? It doesn't feel crazy. I don't know. Obviously, we're gonna 3-pile. Well, okay, now I wish I had just bought a Silver, I guess. I don't know how many Grooms you take before. Do I get a second Cellar? This is like, the second Cellar is like the exact thing that I always complain about people doing, and I'm gonna do it. Because this style of deck where you just like use Cellars to like filter starting hands, Cellar is so bad, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, that's. I'm not really sure if you want silvers. Sinister plot is kind of nice. I don't know if it was better than the alternative, but this is, of course, going to be pretty tough as second player. I mean, I say that, it's not just, that's not really the whole story, but. Oh, sorry. I don't know when you go for the. Have I already tossed all my. So there's still an estate down here, unfortunately. Okay, we didn't draw it, so that's good. I mean, the Sinister plot is pretty good. He may pop it now. I guess ideally you're popping it when you win. That may not always be perfectly clear, or it may not be still. Like if your hand's really bad, you may still want to do it now. And maybe you think your turn will be good enough that you just kind of get into a totally one position. I don't know how many horses I have. I guess I have 3 horses right now, because it's not really likely to matter, but a museum could, I mean, it may be close enough in the end that that's an issue. He's just thinking about his plot. It wouldn't have been unreasonable either to get like a minstrel at some point here. It's really hard to take these things over grooms. That's really hard. 21, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna get to 3-point gardens. Though, I mean, as we play the horses, it may end up being a little bit close there. I mean, it should be fine. Is my deck just bigger than his? I'm at 26. The problem is definitely just next turn, the plot is gonna probably kill me. Because it's very possible that they can even buy like a province on their plot turn, or farmland in a state into something, you know. So they just have way better prospects for ending the game than me. Just all around, unless they lower. I don't think that will happen, but unless they lower incredibly far here. I'm not real sure what the groom situation is, which is a bit problematic. Guess if they play through the deck here, we can count them. They just played 4. I don't know. So I don't know here if you go for like a duchy, it's worth a little more points. Or you could even buy a governor. Would maybe seem a little weird, but probably you just buy a duchy. Yeah, the plot is gonna kill me because I mean I'm gonna obviously go for lowering a little bit here. But I think they'll probably just pile out and win with a 9-card hand. I don't have 6 grooms, do I? There's a groom. 2 grooms. 3 grooms. 4 grooms. I just have 4 grooms. So he has 5. So he can already end it, but I already made that. That was already the thing. Or a thing. But I do have another groom in here that I could. How likely is it that I can get to? He's just gonna pop now. There's probably a way to stack the deck so that he doesn't get it, but it's very unlikely. Time to Kanye out of here. Dang it, I wasn't quick enough. I didn't even achieve my petty immoral victory, maybe. All right. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all next season in Division B. And hope you have a good day. See you later.